declaration of war is a formal act by which one nation goes to war against another. The declaration is a performative speech act by an authorized party of a national government, in order to create a state of war between two or more states. The legality of who is competent to declare war varies between nations and forms of government. In many nations, that power is given to the head of state or sovereign. In other cases, something short of a full declaration of war, such as a letter of marque or a covert operation, may authorize warlike acts by privateers or mercenaries. The official international protocol for declaring war was defined in the Hague Convention of 1907 on the opening of hostilities. Since 1945, developments in international law such as the United Nations Charter, which prohibits both the threat and the use of force in international conflicts, have made declarations of war largely obsolete in international relations. In addition to this, non-state or terrorist organizations may claim to or be described as declaring war, when engaging in violent acts. These declarations may have no legal standing in themselves, but they may still act as a call to arms for supporters of these organizations. Definitions, theoretical perspectives. A definition of the three ways of thinking about a declaration of war was developed by Sakrishna Prakash. He argues that a declaration of war can be seen from three perspectives: categorical theory, under which the power to declare war includes the power to control all decisions to enter war. This means that the power to declare war in effect rests with the ability to engage in combat. Pragmatic theory, which states that the power to declare war can be made unnecessary by an act of war in itself. Formalist theory, under which the power to declare war constitutes only a formal documentation of executive war-making decisions. This sits closest to traditional legal conceptions of what it is to declare a war. Types of declarations. An alternative typology based upon the form of the declaration is formulated by Brian Hallett according to 1. The degree to which the state and condition of war exists, 2. The degree of justification, 3. The degree of ceremony of the speech act, and 4. The degree of perfection of the speech act, degree of existence of the war. A conditional declaration of war declares war conditionally, threatening war if the grievances listed are not acknowledged and the preferred remedies demanded are not accepted. An absolute declaration of war declares war absolutely due to the failure of negotiations over the grievances and remedies found in the conditional declaration. It ends absolutely the state and condition of peace, replacing it with the state and condition of war until such time as peace is restored. Degree of justification of the war. A reasoned declaration of war justifies the resort to war by stating the grievances that have made peace intolerable and the remedies that will restore peace. An unreasoned declaration of war does not justify the resort to war, or does so only minimally. Degree of ceremony with which the speech act was made. A formal or solemn declaration of war is a declaration made by the constitutionally recognized nation following the appropriate laws, rites and rituals. An informal or unsolemn declaration of war is a declaration made in an irregular manner either by a constitutionally unrecognized nation or by the constitutionally recognized nation using unlawful, inappropriate procedures. Degree of perfection with which the speech act was made. A perfect declaration of war is a formal, solemn speech act made in accordance with the proper laws, rites, and rituals. An imperfect declaration of war is an informal, unsolemn speech act not made in accordance with the proper laws, rites and rituals. History. The practice of declaring war has a long history. The ancient Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh gives an account of it, as does the Old Testament. However, the practice of declaring war was not always strictly followed. In his study Hostilities Without Declaration of War, the British scholar John Frederick Morris showed that between 1700 and 1870 war was declared in only 10 cases, while in another 107 cases war was waged without such declaration. In modern public international law, a declaration of war entails the recognition between countries of a state of hostilities between these countries, and such declaration has acted to regulate the conduct between the military engagements between the forces of the respective countries. The primary multilateral treaties governing such declarations are the Hague Conventions. The League of Nations, formed in 1919 in the wake of the First World War, and the General Treaty for the Renunciation of War of 1928 signed in Paris, France, demonstrated that world powers were seriously seeking a means to prevent the carnage of another world war. Nevertheless, these powers were unable to stop the outbreak of the Second World War, so the United Nations was established following that war in a renewed attempt to prevent international aggression through declarations of war. Denigration of formal declarations of war before WWII. In classical times, Thucydides condemned the Thebans, allies of Sparta, for launching a surprise attack without a declaration of war against Platae, Athens' ally, an event that touched off the Peloponnesian War. The utility of formal declarations of war has always been questioned, either as sentimental remnants of a long-gone age of chivalry or as imprudent warnings to the enemy. For example, writing in 1737, Cornelius van Binkishoek judged that nations and princes endowed with some pride are not generally willing to wage war without a previous declaration, for they wish by an open attack to render victory more honourable and glorious. Writing in 1880, William Edward Hall judged that any sort of previous declaration therefore is an empty formality unless the enemy must be given time and opportunity to put himself in a state of defence, and it is needless to say that no one asserts such a quixotism to be obligatory. Agreed procedure for the opening of hostilities. According to the Hague Convention of 1907, the Hague Convention of 1907, called Convention relative to the opening of hostilities, gives the international actions a country should perform when opening hostilities. The first two articles say, Article 1. The contracting powers recognize that hostilities between themselves must not commence without previous and explicit warning, in the form either of a reasoned declaration of war or of an ultimatum with conditional declaration of war. Article 2. The existence of a state of war must be notified to the neutral powers without delay, and shall not take effect in regard to them until after the receipt of a notification, which may, however, be given by telegraph. Neutral powers, nevertheless, cannot rely on the absence of notification if it is clearly established that they were in fact aware of the existence of a state of war. Formal declarations of war during World War II, September 3, 1939. United Kingdom, India, France, Australia and New Zealand declared war on Germany. September 6, 1939. South Africa declared war on Germany. September 10, 1939. Canada declared war on Germany. April 24, 1940, Germany declared war on Norway. May 10, 1940. Netherlands declared war on Germany. June 10, 1940. Italy declared war on UK and France. November 23, 1940. Belgian government in exile declared war on Italy. June 22, 1941, Germany declared war on the Soviet Union. June 25, 1941. Finland declared war on the Soviet Union. June 27, 1941. Hungary declared war on the Soviet Union. December 7, 1941. Empire of Japan declared war on the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. December 7, 1941. United Kingdom, Australia and New Zealand declared war on Finland, Romania and Hungary. December 7, 1941, Canada declared war on Japan, Finland, Romania, and Hungary. December 7, 1941. Panama declared war on Japan. December 8, 1941. The United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Haiti, Honduras, the Netherlands, New Zealand and Nicaragua declare war on Japan. December 9, 1941. Commonwealth of the Philippines declared war on Japan, Italy and Germany. December 9, 1941. Republic of China declared war on Japan, Italy and Germany. December 9, 1941. Cuba and Guatemala declared war on Japan. December 11, 1941. Germany and Italy declared war on the United States. December 11, 1941. The United States declared war on Germany and Italy. December 11, 1941. Polish government in exile declared war on Japan. December 12, 1941. Bulgaria, Hungary, Romania and Slovakia declared war on the United States and United Kingdom. December 13, 1941 United Kingdom, New Zealand and the Union of South Africa declared war on Bulgaria. December 14, 1941 Croatia declared war on the United States and United Kingdom. December 16, 1941 Czechoslovak government in exile declared war on all countries at war with the United States, United Kingdom and the Soviet Union. December 17, 1941 Albania declared war on the United States. December 19, 1941 Nicaragua declared war on Bulgaria, Hungary and Romania. December 20, 1941 Belgium declared war on Japan. January 6, 1942 Australia declared war on Bulgaria. January 25, 1942 United Kingdom, New Zealand and the Union of South Africa declared war on Thailand. May 22, 1942 Mexico declared war on Germany, Italy and Japan. August 22, 1942 Brazil declared war on Germany and Italy. April 2, 1943 Bolivia declared war on Germany, Italy and Japan. September 9, 1943 Iran declared war on Germany. October 13, 1943 Italy declared war on Germany. October 24, 1943, Provisional Government of Free India declared war on United Kingdom, and the United States. November 26, 1943, Colombia in state of belligerency with Germany. March 27, 1944, Argentina declared war on Germany and Japan. August 25, 1944 Romania declared war on Germany. September 5, 1944, the Soviet Union declared war on Bulgaria. September 8, 1944, Bulgaria declares war on Germany. September 21, 1944 San Marino declared war on Germany. September 22, 1944, the government of the Second Philippine Republic declared war on the United States and United Kingdom. The declaration took effect the following day. February 7, 1945 Paraguay declared war on Germany and Japan. February 12, 1945 Peru in state of belligerency with Germany and Japan. February 15, 1945 Venezuela and Uruguay declared war on Germany and Japan. February 23, 1945 Turkey declared war on Germany and Japan. February 24, 1945 Egypt declared war on Germany and Japan. February 26, 1945 Syria declared war on Germany and Japan. March 1, 1945 Saudi Arabia declared war on Japan. March 3, 1945 Finland declared war on Germany. April 11, 1945 Chile declared war on Japan. July 6, 1945, Norway declared war on Japan. After World War II, in 1989, Panama declared itself to be in a state of war with the United States. On May 13, 1998, at the outbreak of the Ethiopian-Eritrean War, Ethiopia, in what Eritrean radio described as a total war policy, mobilized its forces for a full assault against Eritrea. The Claims Commission found that this was in essence an affirmation of the existence of a state of war between belligerents, not a declaration of war, and that Ethiopia also notified the United Nations Security Council, as required under Article 51 of the UN Charter. In December 2005, the government of Chad declared that a state of war existed with Sudan, after Sudan hosted Chadian rebel groups that were behind fatal cross-border raids. In 2008, after armed clashes broke out during the Djibouti-Eritrean border conflict, Djibouti's President Gueye, when asked if his country was at war with Eritrea, replied with absolutely. On April 11, 2012, Sudan declared war on South Sudan after weeks of border clashes. Declared wars since 1945, declarations of war, while uncommon in the traditional sense, have mainly been limited to the conflict areas of the Western Asia and East Africa since 1945. Additionally, some small states have unilaterally declared war on major world powers such as the United States, United Kingdom, or Russia when faced with a hostile invasion and/or occupation. This is a list of declarations of war by one sovereign state against another since the end of World War II in 1945. Only declarations that occurred in the context of a direct military conflict are included. Legality of any declaration of war since 1945. The United Nations Charter is the foundation of modern international law. The Union Charter is a treaty ratified by members of the UN, which are therefore legally bound by its terms. Article 2.4 of the UN Charter generally bans the use of force by states except when carefully circumscribed conditions are met, stating, "All members shall refrain in their international relations from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state, or in any other manner inconsistent with the purposes of the United Nations." This rule was enshrined in the United Nations Charter in 1945 for a good reason, to prevent states from using force as they felt so inclined, said Louise Doswald Beck, Secretary-General International Commission of Jurists. Therefore, in the absence of an armed attack against a country or its allies, any legal use of force, or any legal threat of the use of force, has to be supported by a United Nations Security Council resolution authorizing member states to use force. United Nations and war. In an effort to force nations to resolve issues without warfare, framers of the United Nations Charter attempted to commit member nations to using warfare only under limited circumstances, particularly for defensive purposes. The Union became a combatant itself after North Korea invaded South Korea on June 25, 1950. The Union Security Council condemned the North Korean action by a 9-0 resolution and called upon its member nations to come to the aid of South Korea. The United States and 15 other nations formed a UN force to pursue this action. In a press conference on June 29, 1950, U.S. President Harry S. Truman characterized these hostilities as not being a war, but a police action. The United Nations has issued Security Council resolutions that declared some wars to be legal actions under international law, most notably Resolution 678, authorizing the 1991 Gulf War, which was triggered by Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. UN resolutions authorized the use of force, or all necessary means. By country, United States. In the United States, Congress, which makes the rules for the military, has the power under the Constitution to declare war. However, neither the U.S. Constitution nor the law stipulate what format a declaration of war must take. War declarations have the force of law and are intended to be executed by the President as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. The last time Congress passed joint resolutions saying that a state of war existed was on June 5, 1942, when the U.S. declared war on Bulgaria, Hungary, and Romania. Since then, the U.S. has used the term authorization to use military force, as in the case against Iraq in 2003. Sometimes decisions for military engagements were made by U.S. presidents, without formal approval by Congress, based on UN Security Council resolutions that do not expressly declare the UN or its members to be at war. Part of the justification for the United States invasion of Panama was to capture Manuel Noriega because he was declared a criminal rather than a belligerent. In response to the attacks on September 11, 2001, the United States Congress passed the Joint Resolution Authorization for Use of Military Force Against Terrorists on September 14, 2001, which authorized the U.S. President to fight the war on terror. Commonwealth realms. Throughout the Commonwealth realms, the formal right to declare war rests with the monarch, currently Elizabeth II, as part of the royal prerogative or that realm's written constitution. France. According to Article 35 of the French Constitution, the French Parliament has the right to declare war. Spain. According to the Spanish Constitution of 1978, Art. 64, the King, previously authorized by the Parliament, has the power to declare war and make peace. Japan. According to Article 9 of the Japanese Constitution, war is illegal. However, the Emperor of Japan is allowed to declare peace. Germany. According to the German Constitution, Germany is not allowed to declare war. Finland. According to Article 93 of the Finnish Constitution, the President of Finland may declare war, or declare peace, with permission from the Parliament of Finland. Sweden. according to 2010 1408-15 Cap. $14 entitled Krigsår paragraph declaring the Swedish cabinet may not declare Sweden to be at war without the parliament's consent unless Sweden is first attacked. See also, ongoing wars, declarations of war during World War II, declaration of war by Canada, declaration of war by the United Kingdom, declaration of war by the United States declaration of war upon the United Kingdom, German declaration of war against the Netherlands, United Kingdom declaration of war on Japan, state of emergency, Jihad a declaration of war in Islam, undeclared war, references. External links, declarations of war during World War II, Hague Convention in 1907 defines the protocol for starting hostilities, declarations of war and authorizations for the use of military force, historical background and legal implications, U.S. Congressional Research Service.